Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I wanted to do like a January favourites and empties / Project 10 Pan update. I don't know whether I'm going to do this every month, partly because I don't actually have too much to update on this video. So depending on how much stuff I have to share, I may do it every other month instead of kind of the end of each month. But I really want to start doing these videos again because I think it's quite fun to show what my favourites are. And what I've used up, and yeah, I hope you find this interesting. It'll be quite a quick one today, and depending on how February goes, it may be a February-March video instead of February. But okay, I'm going to start with my January favourites. The first one has actually been the Murad Essential C Day Moisturiser, Broad Spectrum SPF 30. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this moisturiser. It's been super hydrating, it smells delicious, it smells a bit like a chocolate orange, which is really nice, and it's been very gentle on the skin. I can definitely see like a brightening effect when using this. This is just a sample size, so I would be interested in getting the full size, definitely. And yeah, really nice, didn't like cause any irritation on my skin, it just gave real good hydration, and yeah, makeup applied really nicely on top of this, so I really like that. The Pixie by Petra Eyebrow Gel, I have to say I really like this, and I think I prefer this one over the clear Kosas one. I think I want to get the Kosas like brown one, but for clear I think this one might be slightly better. In terms of hold, I think it holds much better. I would say the brush is easier to work with the Kosas one because it's slightly smaller than this one. But yeah, this holds your eyebrows really nicely. I got it in today. It kind of helps bring the eyebrows back to life a little bit if you've gone too heavy with the eyebrow product itself. And yeah, really easy to use. So yeah, I've been really actually enjoying this one a lot, and I think I'd pick up this one and then the Kosas bit in brown and kind of just switch between the two for future. So yeah, really like that one. Another one's actually been this Too Faced 3-in-1 Hangover Setting Spray and Primer. I don't really use primers and setting sprays on a daily basis. I kind of every so often use them for like if we're going out or something, or on a bit longer lasting makeup. But I've been finding myself reaching for this on a daily basis. It's really nice and works really well. It kind of sinks in quite quickly, so your skin's not like too wet. It's silicone free, alcohol free, oil free. It does have like a coconut scent to it, so if you don't like coconut, that could be potentially an issue, but I think this is really nice. It's nice to refresh the skin as well with this. It's got a nice mister, so nothing too heavy, so you're not going to douse your skin and make it too wet and ruin the makeup. Yeah, really, really nice, and very grateful that my dad picked this up for me for Christmas. And the final product, I've got a few brushes actually, but the final product is this one. This is Pixie by Petra lip gloss in the shade Sheer Rose. Obviously part of my Project 10 Pan is the Lily Lolo clear lip gloss, but this is sneaking in every so often. It's a really beautiful lip gloss. The formula is really nice. It's kind of a bit more oily, not really sticky or anything like that, which is nice, but it's just a real nice shade. It's almost like it's just a slightly deeper version of my own lips, which I think looks really nice, and it keeps them nice and hydrated, and yeah, it looks really pretty on the lips. So I think potentially once I use up the clear lip gloss, this might sneak into my Project 10 Pan, but it has been kind of sneaking in here and there on a daily basis. Yeah, really, really pretty. Okay, and then I've got 3 brushes to share, which are these 3 right here. So we'll start with the middle one. Apologies, I haven't cleaned these yet, so they're a bit dirty. So this is the Blank Canvas Cosmetics E10 brush. It's a real quite small brush, but I'm really loving this for blending out eyeshadow, but when I don't want to bring it too far up, I more just want to blend it in the place where I've put it, if that makes sense. Because it's quite small and compact, it's not going to blend out too much, it's just going to blend on itself almost. So if you want to do quite a one colour and you want it quite like low down on the lid, this is a real good brush because it gets in there and like I said, it won't blend and bring it too far up. It'll kind of blend it in the place you want to blend it. It's really soft, and yeah, I'm really enjoying that one. It's staying blue at the moment, but yeah, I actually think all three of these are ones that Emily very kindly gave to me last year when she was kind of decluttering her brushes, so thank you for that. But yeah, really lovely, more like detailed brush. And the other two are very similar. They're just big fluffy brushes, but I've been really enjoying these for like giving the final blend to an eyeshadow look, but also just giving that wash of colour. So like on a daily basis when I'm trying to use up that Francation palette, I tend to take the lightest shade, dip in with like one of these brushes, just pop it on the lid through the crease, blend it out, quite blown out, and it works really nicely. So this one's the Bedelian Tools 785, and this one is from B Cosmetics and Eye Blending. It doesn't give a number, but I'll see if I can link them down below. So yeah, they're kind of very similar brushes. They do the same thing for me, but when I just kind of alternate between the two, depending which is clean, which is dirty, what colours I've used. But I think these are really good to have in your collection, especially like I said on a day-to-day basis when you just want to wash your colour to give like some kind of definition to the eyes, but nothing too heavy. These are great, or to go final blend out for a bit more of a smoky eye. The final blend, really, really good. So those are three brushes I've been really enjoying recently, and yeah, they work really, really nicely. I really like blank canvas actually brushes, and I want to get some more of these because I've got like a tapered blending brush from them, which is really beautiful. And I have actually got a foundation brush as well, so blank canvas I think is a brand I want to explore more with the brushes for sure. Now I do have a couple more January favourites, but they're not really beauty or makeup related, so I'm going to leave them to the end. I'm going to do what I've used up this month next. I've only got 2 empties, almost 3, borderline 3, so I will share that. But the first one is actually the Murad moisturiser, so this was one of my favourites this month. I have used it up, so I would like to get a more full-sized one of these because I think this was really, really nice to use, and considering it's quite small, it did last a good month. And the other one is the Drunk Elephant SPF kind of Glow and Protect. Finally used this one up. This one lasted such a long time. I got this back in August, and kind of mid-December I think I used this up. Mid-December, towards the end of December, I finally used this up. So yeah, it lasts a really good time, and I would repurchase this, but maybe the clear version, not necessarily the tinted version. Yeah, because I think I think it's just easier to kind of reapply. You're not going to make yourself look a bit orange, because obviously there's a bit of a tint to this and a bit of a glow. And obviously doing a one layer it looks lovely, but I feel like if you do more layers to top up, you start to look a bit orange. So I think I'd go for the clear one next time. And then the product that I'm pretty much almost out of, which I will kind of share anyway, is the Richard Defi Delirium blusher. Look, I'm literally on the edges trying to use the last of this up, so this is almost empty. So I imagine the next Empties kind of favourites video I do, this will definitely be featuring in it. But yeah, so that one is almost done. I don't think I'm going to repurchase, because I just think I prefer my Lily cream blushes much more. I like the Rare Beauty. So although this is a really nice product, it's a really nice colour, I feel like I've got other ones now that I've discovered which I'd rather repurchase over this one. So yeah. Okay, Project 10 Pan updates. So obviously with me kind of using up this one, this was part of my Project 10 Pan. I'm now using the MUA Pro Base Matte Foundation. So this is my go-to now in my Project 10 Pan. I do wear quite a lot. I do like wearing hydrating moisturiser underneath it, and the setting spray has been working really well with this, just to not make it too matte on the skin. So yeah, so we'll see how well I get through this. There's not too much left in there, and then I can move on to my Revolution, and then I've got my Kosas one, which I've tried this month. The Kosas won't appear in this video because I've only just tried it, but hopefully it'll be a favourite in the next few months, depending how I go with it. But yeah, this is the replacement. I know I haven't finished the Richard Defi up yet, but I think my replacement is going to be the Honest Beauty cream blusher in Coral Peach. I might have to give this a bit of a clean first. It's looking a bit filthy with foundation in there, but I thought this would be a nice one to kind of add to my Project 10 Pan next, because it doesn't get much love at the moment, so it'd be a good way for me to kind of play with it a bit more. And then what I think I'll do is after this, I will try and go in with a powder blusher and use up some of my powder products, because I am more of a cream person at the moment, but I do want to make sure I give some kind of love to my powder products. So after this one, I will go to a powder blush. Don't know which one yet, but we shall see. We shall soon find out. And the final thing I wanted to bring in are me and Jamie. I think it's like since November time, we've kind of got a love of books again. We've been really enjoying reading, and every time we go to town with all, well, I always definitely pick up about 4 to 5 books, and Jamie picks up a couple. We really enjoy reading at the moment. So I wanted to share some of the ones I've been reading in January, my ratings and my thoughts on them. I've read 3. I'm pretty much finishing. I will definitely finish my 4th within January. We've still got 3 more days, so I will definitely finish it, but I wanted to share them with you. So the first one I read this month was The Satsuma Complex by Bob Mortimer. This is one my mum let us borrow, so both me and Jamie have now read this, so I can give it back to her. I wasn't sure what to expect with this one at first. I love Bob Mortimer. I don't know if you've ever seen a programme called Will I Lie to You? I haven't watched it for quite some time, but it's a UK comedy panel show, and basically like people on the panel read out a fact about them, and it's either true or false. The other team asks them questions. Basically they've got to make it believable, and then they determine whether they think it's true or false. Bob Mortimer always comes up with the most craziest stories, and they usually tend to be true, which is just mad. And I can kind of see him when he's writing this book. It's really clever. There's actually some twists. I wasn't expecting there to be any twists in this, but there are a few twists. It's a very unusual book. It's quite quick. It's quite funny. I don't want to spoil anything, but I will just read what's on the back to give you kind of an idea. I give it like a 4 out of 5 rating, and yeah, really good. But so Gary Thorne goes for a pint with a work acquaintance called Brendan. When Brendan leaves early, Gary meets a girl in the pub. He doesn't catch her name but falls for her anyway. After she leaves suddenly, all Gary has to remember her is by the book she was reading, The Satsuma Complex. But when Brendan goes missing, Gary needs to track down the girl he now calls Satsuma to get some answers. And so begins a quest through streets of South London to finally bring some love, excitement into an unremarkable life. 4 out of 5. I didn't know what to expect with this, but I really loved it, and it's a bit different, a bit quirky. He does talk to squirrels in this, hence why there's a squirrel here. But yeah, a good book, a very good book, an easy read. The next one is one that Jamie has read before me, and he was like desperate for me to read. It's One Step Too Far by Lisa Gardner, and it's basically it's got camping, it's got hiking, and it's got murders. Perfect. But this was a 5 out of 5 for me. It was a really good read. Again, I'll quickly read the back. So a young man disappears during a stag weekend in the woods. Years later, he's still missing, but his friends who were with him that day are still searching, still hunting for answers. They hike deep into the wilderness. With them is a missing person specialist, Frankie Elkin. What they don't know is that they are putting their own lives in terrifying danger and may not come back alive. So yeah, so it's them. They're going on search parties. They go for multiple days within the wilderness. They think there's potentially a monster or a kind of yeti or something within the woods that is causing people to go missing, because other people are missing as well, apart from the guy from the stag party. And it takes twists. There's murders. It is a really good book, and one I'd really recommend. So this was probably my number 1 book for this month, and it got a 5 out of 5. The next one was actually a Christmas present I got Jamie, and he's already read it, so I've read it. It is 11 Lies by Robert Gould. We read 12 Secrets, which was the first one when we went away in December, and that was really good. And this was the next one in the line. Exact same characters, just changing the storyline slightly. So the first one was about a journalist who his brother died when he was quite young, and his mother died not too long after, kind of under suspicious deaths. And it was coming up to the anniversary, and his boss really wanted him to do kind of a article on it. He wasn't so sure at first, but he did do it, and as he dug more into kind of understanding what happened with his brother and what happened to his mother, he realised things may not have been how they seem. There's a few twists. obviously 12 secrets. He discovered some secrets and kind of found out the truth about how and why his brother and mother died. It was really, really good. So then you got 11 Liars, exact same characters. So the journalist is in it again. This time, so in the previous one he was working with a PC and they became quite good friends. So the PC is still in this one, and it's more about her side now, and it's kind of family history that she's actually uncovering. Again, murders, twists, really good. I think 12 Secrets was a little bit better, but this is still a 4 out of 5, and I know he's bringing out 10 Seconds in March, which again is another follow-on. I don't know if he could do like 12 books of these, because I think he'd possibly have to start mixing up the characters and storylines. But I'm intrigued to see how it goes. So yeah, 10 Seconds will be the next one, and it comes out in March this year, so we definitely will be picking it up and seeing what it's like, but really good book. And the final book, as I said, I'm still reading it, but we've still got 3 days of January left, so I'm pretty sure I'll finish it by the end of January. But I'll share it anyway. So it's How to Kill Your Family. This is actually a newer purchase when we last went into Cheltenham a couple of weekends ago. So yeah, I haven't quite finished it, but I can guarantee I will by the end of January. And as it goes at the moment, I'd say it's a 4 out of 5. We'll see how the ending goes as to whether it's a good ending. If it's not, it'll drop to 3. If it is, potentially it could be a 5. But yeah, this is a really good book so far. And it's about a woman called Grace. It kind of switches between her life in prison and then her life before prison and what kind of led to her going to prison. But basically her mother liked to go out quite a bit, and she kind of met this guy who actually turns out is quite wealthy. His family's quite well known, he's quite a businessman, very rich. She ends up getting pregnant. It turns out he actually has a fiance and a child, so his own family, so he wants nothing to do with her, nothing to do with what turns out to be Grace. And her mum does die, and she's determined to get revenge on that side of the family. So there are some murders and there are some twists, and actually the reason she's in prison might not be the reason you think she'd be in prison. So that's what I'll say. Like I said, depending on the ending will depend whether it goes to a 3 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5, but as I'm reading it so far it's a 4 out of 5. And yeah, this is by Bella McKay, just in case you want to know. Yeah, that is this video done. So like I said, I didn't have too much to talk about, so I may not do this every month. It could be every other month and kind of just mash 2 months in one video. We'll see how it goes. But I quite like these videos of like seeing people's favourites, kind of what they've used up, and I do like kind of books at the moment, so I've been watching a lot of people who do like book talks and book videos. So yeah, so I hope you don't mind I included that bit into this video as well. But yeah, that's this video complete. Let me know what your January favourites have been, and what have you used up. Are there any kind of products you've got your eyes on, and all that fun stuff. But I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Leave any future video requests down below, and I'll see you all in my next video.